Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yes, we're painting again, and I've gone back to the 1-inch graduate brush. And you'll know, if you saw the video I made previously, they cost £1.50. Bargain brush, bargain brush. So, we get some of this red. It's like a crimson-y colour. I'm back to my regular paints. Just so you know what paints I normally use. Homemades, and Winsor & Newton. I throw in a bit of a ringer as well. Himmy. I got these and they have quite, they're like jelly gouache. I'll show you actually. They come in these little pots, and it was quite cheap for what you get. And I've been digging the paint out, adding it on my palette as well as the other stuff. But yeah, I find them pretty good as well. Quite thick paints, and that's what you want. But my favourite is probably homemade ones. And Winsor & Newton designer gouache, and I like the schmink as well. But you use what you can get. That's the way I paint. That's not the way I paint. It's the way I buy what I can afford. And I do like making paint though, because it's another way of making a heck of a lot of paint for a lot less money. So, making myself a bit of red and yellow. Red and yellow. Making some red and yellow, which is orange. Sort of a reddish orange. It's going to be on this. This is a sellotape. I'm going to have a planet right there. So, just to be sneaky, I'm going to paint within the sellotape. Just to get this going. Paint's quite wet at the moment, so it's going to be transparent, which is alright. I think that'll do. A circle. Amazing. Before I start doing any more, I've just realised I meant to put some stars on. This page has been darkened by acrylic. I just used some acrylic and just sploshed it on. Made my darkness. So I want some white. I might tint these stars a little bit, rather than just use white, which is a bit boring. Might get a little bit of blue in it. Sure, let's see if we can splosh some stars in there. All we're doing is flicking the paint, get some stars. You can always paint some in as well. I think we're done. There. I've got a few there. Not sure if you can see them actually, but I'm gonna be throwing in some as well. Just wash my fingers. Use my small brush. And I'll make some dots here and there. Beep, beep, So this makes it a little bit better, because then you've got like the really small ones, and then we've got some bigger ones. Here we have to see these ones. And you can, every now and then you can go, right, I want a yellow one. Don't want them to be just white, do you? Want to try out some different colours. Maybe a bit more of a blue. It's not quite as blue as I wanted. I wanted it more blue than that. That's probably a bit better. A few in there. Some up here as well. Blip, 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 blip. Maybe get more of a lavendery colour. Blip. Different coloured planets, you see. Okay, something like that. And then we're going to mess some of this up now. I want a bit of green. So I want some green. Might get a bit of blue in it. Green and blue and white. That's even better. Had a bit of a... Oh, you can't see that. I forgot I put this there. It's some watercolour. I just squidged into that and it worked out quite nice. A nice sort of bluey greeny colour. A bit more blue. So I'm going to make a... because I did a sort of a design on the computer, and this is what I'm repainting really. And I had some sort of green type smoky sort of look in here. I'm just going to spin things, spin it around a little bit, throw a little bit of sap green in there as well. Can smooth that with my finger. You can get some really cool effects using watercolour actually. Especially on the black. Especially on the black. Brighten that up a bit there. And we moved it down and then out like that. It will fade as it dries, but that's alright. So we'll just leave that a minute. Well, I might spin it around a bit. Just to move it around. Now I might do a bit more work on this planet. Quite like the way it looks at the moment, but it wants a little bit more red in it. Let's have a bit of fun with colour rather than having it all dark. Let's have a bit of colour in that. You can see that a little bit better. A lot of my colours are quite dark on the screen. I'm not sure if they look lighter than what I can see. So I might have to brighten everything slightly, just so it's seeable. Seeable? Yeah, seeable. Just tap in. Don't want to cover up all my darks on this because it looks quite good the way it is. Oh, there's a planet down here as well. I was going to put a little bit of a glow to this planet as well. A yellowish glow. I might do more of an orange glow, sort of an orangey. Just sort of breaking that so it doesn't look like it's just a straight line. When it's kind of fade away. And then I want to get some light on one side of it. So I'm getting some yellow. I might get a bit of yellow and orange. So I'm getting my orange again. Yellow and red. Get a nice orange. There's quite a lot of paint on there. So now I can really go for it with the paint. So I can really let the paint break as well, of course. It kind of going like that. And then I can get rid of a bit of the paint, maybe put a little bit of red in it, and then I can sort of come this side away from it. Sort of blending that colour together so we get a bit of light on that one side, which is what I want, more light on the one side. Yeah, looks pretty good. Now, I'm going to get some of this blue. It's all dried up a bit, so I have to go for it. Get a little bit of this ultramarine blue as well. There we go. Make a bit of a bluey green planet here. And then what I can do is use my finger with some white, and I can make that planet a bit brighter. It's probably a bit too bright. Oh no. Oh well, use a bit of water. And it can be just be a bit of a glow instead. Don't panic though, because we all know that it's going to dry out a lot lighter. A little bit of blue in there. So I don't want to take away the focus completely because of this planet. I want it to steal the show. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad now. It was a little bit too bright, wasn't it? Because if you want an area to steal the show, then you know what to do. Just make it nice and bright compared to whatever else is there. So I had a bit of a sort of a bright green outer part to this planet around here. Got a bit of yellow in it. Something like that. Actually quite like that. Yeah, there we go, there's that planet. And I can come back and I can go for it again with some yellow. Get this planet a little bit more brightness. That looks pretty cool. Might put a little bit of a reddish moon over here. Over there. We've got a little moon there. Now I want to put in a little spaceship, because I had a spaceship flying this way, so I'll put that in now. I'm using my cheapo brushes from the last video. Why not? They're made to be used, aren't they? That's what they're made for. So I had it flying through this way with its see if we can paint it in this route. I'll paint it a little bit dull first, so if I mess it up it doesn't matter. That's one of the tricks that I use for painting, is if I'm not quite sure, I won't really go for it straight away. I'll just paint it a little bit dull. And then if it does work, then I'll come back and I'll use my brighter colours. It's just a way of getting away with it, really. Get away with making a huge error on your painting. Looks like it's going to be okay though, I think. Want a bit more light on those bits. And there's a window in the where the cockpit is here. A little bit of white and blue. I think it's there. It is now, anyway. And you use a little bit of a yellow ochre. Just grabbing some yellow ochre. Maybe get a little bit of white as well. Just so this is, so we can see it, what we're doing. So I made a bit of a design on this where, and I was thinking when I was making the design about the paints I'm going to be using, the paints that I like using. I like doing stuff like this. It's fun, isn't it? The amount of weird spaceships that I've designed over the time. When I should have been doing other things, like listening to my teachers at school or my teachers at college. Also where at college I did catering. But I was drawing most of the time and designing. And of course it's not the right thing to do when you're doing catering. But the computers back then, you couldn't really do what you can do now, that's for sure. Computers were well, they was just really getting going. Bit of purple. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, when you really want to do something, but you don't think you should. Like painting for me, a long time, I really wanted to do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't paint, but I really wanted to. And then eventually I learnt just by trial and error, really. There's some red bits there. Gives this a little bit more danger to it. There's a red mark there as well. I put on. It's kind of disguised, isn't it, in amongst that. Oh, and I had some blue on the front as well. Yeah, this painting I designed on the computer that I'm painting now. I was supposed to design a waterfall painting, and I ended up doing this. That's a bit of a better colour. I'll stick that in the window bit as well. I think I've lost on this angle here. Quite like that though. Still, I might add a few more dots. A bit more light over here. I might brighten his light a bit as well. Along there. I think that's more like it. That green sort of melt. Oops, just chucked my brush. Let that green melt into it a bit. I want to push that out a bit. Yeah, there's my spaceship. Might put a little bit of a little sort of movement type thing. Not at the front. Maybe I could. Maybe this is a. This is a searching device, and it's been looking for something. So this is as far as I've gone with my idea. But I feel like this should be searching for something. Okay, there's something float like an old satellite or something. Or maybe it's another spaceship that's sort of a pinky colour. Maybe that's a bit too pink. Of a red. What should we do? Sort of like. Maybe it's only part of it. He's come to check on the wreckage. Oh, like pieces sticking out. Like that. A bit more blue on it. Rid of that white, so it's a bit less white. Yeah, maybe have another piece of that ship over here. And that's why this searching ship has come around. Yeah, something like that. It's come down, it's come to rescue the potential passengers. Well, this has been out there for donkey's years, and he's come to see if he can use any of the parts that's left behind. I'll put a little bit of a box on there. Yeah, that kind of looks like a piece of a spaceship, doesn't it? I quite like that. So, here we go. Got the spaceship coming in. It's gonna land on the... because this is quite far forward, so this is really big. That's further back. Well, we can pretend. It doesn't really matter, does it? Do whatever we want. The beauty of it. Might have a little bit more of that sort of smoky sort of atmosphere going along here as well. Sort of a bit of a bluey. Maybe a bit more of the red in that. Make it more purpley rather than blue. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll call that one finished. It's just a bit of fun today. A bit of just to enjoy myself, just mess around with the paint, see what I can come up with, and try and take a design further that I've done before on the computer. Because we're taking it a lot further. It's better actually. It's enjoyable on the computer, but it's enjoyable painting. Painting with paint is kind of, you can't beat it really. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it got you inspired to do your own space design. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.